Good morning. Here we are, another beautiful morning, and we are live on YouTube for Trade with Cam session. So we're here for 2 hours with you for the London Open, which is about to happen now. Market selling. Market is selling. Taking the first trade card right off the bat. I'm not going to miss these opportunities any longer. So no tittle tattle, no small talk. Morning, Ian. How you doing? That was a sell, so you probably got that. See how what you want to do with that. Nice little drop there. So I'll share that with you on my screen. 1428. So targets are quite a bit lower, which is interesting. Am I missing something? Does this need renewing? Let me just see. The chart I just need to get this up to speed. Got it. I know what's wrong. Yeah, that was in fact a buy. The first one. Some of the parameters are wrong. Always good to check. So good morning. Morning, Raj. How are you guys? Keeping well, I hope. Hope you had a lovely evening. Just going to turn this music down just a touch. Supposed to be background, it forgets. I think it kind of resets back to some default setting or something it does. So we're on the hour. Let's have a look at the day. So this is where we start. So day's selling. I hear there's been a huge sell-off in the Asian markets and the stock markets around the world. Don't know what caused it, just caught a bit of the news. I was working on other projects this morning, so good morning to all of you. We start on the day, see what the day's been doing. So we had 3 days of buying, went a little bit of selling yesterday, massive wick on that candle, but went back up. And now it's filled that. Got a little bit of a wick on this, see where it goes, see where the market wants to go. And then the hours, as we were saying, been selling. We had a buying hour, it's selling again. So I was in a trade overnight, woke up to profit. It already closed. Beautiful, nice little sell. Nothing too big, but it gets the day started well. So about 5 o'clock I woke up and that had already closed out. It was lovely. Only about 0.25%. Nothing, doesn't matter. Got all of the day. So I hope you had a good day yesterday and had a good day. Okay, no problem. Let's see where it's going. So it was a buy at 8 o'clock, 8:02. It's been dropping since then, but we only had red candles, didn't we? Maybe there's retracement here. Maybe that was red to start, green to start with. Okay, let's see what goes on. So it was a buy at 5 minutes, but it's dropped quite a bit. So just manage that, Raj. Manage that trade. Okay. So what we've been doing, gold COMEX futures, bearish technical setup lingers. Yeah. Good morning, Raj, Ian, Petra, and all the others of you that are on. So let's have a cracking start today. 41.25 is where the market's at. Just checking some of my stuff. So will it be a selling day? Let's have a look. So London's already opened, engulfing most of the last hour's candle within 3 minutes actually. So we need to be careful. So I hope you got your stop losses in on that one, Raj. So I've created something which I'll be sending out to you guys. I'm just going to finish it. So it's a 5-step trading routine, basically. So it talks about taking your trade, setting your stop loss, and your take profit and managing the trade. And how boring that really is and how often that needs to be repeated on a daily basis. Every time. Good. That's all that matters. Yeah. So that needs to be repeated on a daily basis. As boring as it is, that's the thing that's going to grow our accounts consistently over time. And you know the power of compounding. What I'll do is, I won't do it today, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the compounding calculator with you guys and just go through that with you. And I wonder if I've got it. No, I've deleted it off here. So I'll load it up tomorrow so I can share it with you and go over that again. And what I want you to do tomorrow, those of you that are here, is have some idea of where you're starting. I don't care what your account is, whether it's £200 or £200,000. Just give me a figure. Say if I started with this figure, where would I end up in this amount of time? So I want 3 figures from you if you want to participate tomorrow. You want to have your starting point, your daily growth that you're going to achieve, and the target. Yeah, so 805. So Raji's saying, so we'll take that. Yeah, it is a weak sell, but sell all the same. There it is. So the market is coming down, so you can take that. That's got all the parameters are met in terms of the candles going down, and it's a sell signal. So the only thing is it's at 55%. So that's something for you to decide. The market's coming down quite nicely. It'll, of course, sorry, I'm not used to hearing noises outside my house, just the contractors pulling up. So here we go, 24, 25, that's TP1. That's what it just hit. Hope you're enjoying your morning coffee. I need this to come down a little more. There you go. I stood up yesterday, which was great. So my desk wasn't quite back to where it needed it to be. Yeah, in the trade, he says, you've got to be in it. You can't not be in trades to make money, right? That doesn't work. Take them. Take the TPs. Take the TP1s and the 2s and the 3s, and they all make a difference, yeah? Every single one of them. So the mantra is still the same. Heading towards TP2. Yeah, mine was a sell from last night. Actually, I didn't realize how big it was. It was 150 pips. So I thought it was just a small trade, but it's 150 pips profit. What, at 65 down to 50. Yeah. If it had been up, I'd have left it open. So let's see what goes. Market is consolidating a little, going up. So that's the 5 minutes. It's been down to 41.16. That was the day's low. So we did that at 6:40 this morning. So last night the market opened. It's a great selling opportunity. Let's get rid of these adverts. 2100, 2300. So that was market open. So literally sold all the way down. I wish I'd traded. Yeah. So that was like 41.63 all the way down to 41.16. 500 pips. Not bad. Could have had your week's trading done, right? So selling hour, 8:08. 2 minutes before we take the next trade card. If you're not on the trade card, scan that QR code and we'll give you a free trial before you decide to take us up. So those that were fighting this a few months ago, talking to me about, oh, I don't know about this, signals and, manual trading, the trader's really good, etc. They're all doing this now. Every single one of them is doing this now. Because the tech is, you can't argue with the facts, right? You can't argue with black and white. You can't argue with data. Human beings are fallible. Machines are not infallible, but if they're done right, if they have the right information, they're unbeatable. And since I've been using the trade cards, it's just chalk and cheese the difference. So let's see where we're at. 27. So it's traced back. Trade SL, your stop loss was at 29, still haven't hit it. And then it's up to you how you take the trade. As Raj took TP1, and I think it's very important to have a first trade that's profitable, sets the tone of the day. So A, be careful when you take it, and B, take the profit when it's there. Okay? No point in just messing around and waiting for TP5 on your first trade. If it does it, great. If it doesn't, great. Yeah? We're here for the day. So if you're starting your trading day with me, as in at 8 o'clock, we're here for a couple of hours. You can go and have a great break, go and do whatever you need to do, come back at 1 o'clock and trade again if that suits you. 10 past, so let's take the next trade card. Still selling? Thank you, Petra. That goddamn camera. 201 pounds of junk, right? But thank you. Reversing back. This is what you've got to be careful. This is what the stop losses are for. This is where you take your TP1, especially first thing in the morning, okay? If you've just come on, we don't really know what the market's doing. Yeah, we've got an idea from looking at it on the day that it's selling, but that can soon change, right? The hour, the hour's still selling. So that hour was buying. So London came, almost wiped it out, but it hasn't. It's going back. Been a lot of selling. So if you look here, this is what all this education's for. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of selling, an hour of buying. We may have a bit more. That may be the bottom for the day. And then, of course, that was preceded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of buying. So the market just does this all day, every day. It just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So it's the same thing now with me in terms of where we are with trading. So the idea that we have enter without hesitation, enter your take profit, enter your stop loss, manage the trade, move to better than break even as and when you can. Okay? Then you've got a profitable trade. There's no risk. There's no anxiety. And as a mentor of mine taught me that when knowledge levels are low, anxiety is high. When your skill levels are low, anxiety is high. When you don't know what you're doing, anxiety is high. Those are low knowledge levels, low skill levels. Right? When you can't ride your bike properly, chances of falling off are greater. And so therefore you're anxious when you get on it. And then there's other times you don't even have to hold the handlebars, right? You can stand up on the seat, pedal like crazy, yeah, get down because you got the skill level. Same here, okay? Develop the muscle to manage the trade. So look at what's going on, what the market's doing. 8:14, 1 minute before we can take the next trade card. They come up every 5 minutes because that's the cycle that we're on. Sometimes when I'm on my own, like I was saying, the reason I got the first trade card wrong was because I was on an hour's time frame from last night when I was trading. So when I'm on my own and I'm walking around the house and I want to trade, I'll go to the hour. I'll go to the 30 minutes. Thank you. Morning. You okay? We're about to end our relationship with our contractors, as in they're about finished. The funny thing is, they're invested in our automated trading system, so money's in. I love what we do, and now they even know what I do, so just shut the door because it's going to make some noise. This is beautiful. A great relationship there. They're just taking on my next door neighbours' bathrooms and things like that, so lots of really good stuff. Great relationship now. So 8:15, take the card. Buying, okay, red candle, you know what that means. Here's the green, hopefully. Still red, so be careful. Might get a better entry, or it may be starting to come down. There you go, right? So it's within the entry points. So let's see if we can make some money. We've hit a couple of TP1s already. We'll continue to have this, and there's nowhere where we're getting this, right? Either you're paying for courses, there you go, yeah, TP2 straight away. So now you've got a chance of managing your trade, either move your stop loss or take the profit. And if you're going to take the profit, if you take TP1s, take TP1s all day long. If you're going to take TP2s, take TP2s all day long, okay? It's a way to trade. Have a technique. Did you write down this morning what your balance was? Did you write down what your 2% or 3% or 1% represented? Do you know your target? Do you know where you need to be? Because if you don't put the destination in the sat nav, A, you don't know where you're going. B, how do you know when you get there? So we're trading, we're live with Cam, that's me, yours truly. We set this up about 3 months ago. April was actually started, but let's say May. May, June, July. May, June, July. Yeah, third month, right? Absolute pleasure in serving you all. My natural forte is teaching, sharing knowledge, learning, and trying to spread it out to the world. We're economically not in a great position. Yeah, money is not going as far as we once had it going. System's broken. Nobody really cares. Everybody's out for themselves. Yeah. Farage, wheels are coming off, taking money from everywhere, left, right, and centre. Trump the same. Our Prime Minister's suits and bloody spectacles being bought for him. So let's take care of ourselves, okay? Beautiful. From points of view of not if we were in the trade, but we could have had TP1 and we could have had, not what was that there? Yeah, that was TP1 and above. So we could have had those. Now it's retracing. Market's settling down. So hit the bottom here at 645, 640. Gone up, retracing. Doesn't matter what the market does for us, okay? We'll go with our trade cards. We look, see what's going on. We do a sanity check, and then we trade without fear because we have defined outcomes, right? Our stop loss is set, our TP is set. The trade can do what it likes. You can actually walk away. I don't recommend that you do, but you can actually walk away. And as long as you hit 7 or 8 winners out of 10, we're absolutely fine. You'll make a lot of money at this game. hear any of that sound, that's sanding, which is music to my ears, because that means they're sanding down the woodwork, they're sanding down the walls, ready to finish. Okay? Petra, thank you so much for being alert, and let me know, because I obviously see the messages. I'm still live, but my camera just does this little flip thing because it's so goddamn sophisticated. Should have been just fixed, right? I should have bought a cheap one, but I didn't. Matteo says, get this camera cam, it's amazing. And it is amazing. Quality is fantastic. We love it. It's doing what it said it was going to do now. 31 is back to TP2. We're going to take the next trade card. And it's buying much stronger now. 68% probability. And we've got green candles. So all the criteria for entering the trade have been met. If you're looking to take these trades, do it with confidence. Okay, don't be scared. So the market may have bottomed out for the day here. So there's the day's low point. Yes, may get tested again at some point. New York does that quite a lot. So we had 3 or 4 people reporting yesterday that hit their 1.6%, their 2%, their 3%. And that's what the name of the game is, to make consistent, steady gains on your trading account. We don't ask you for anything in terms of any money. By the way, if I'm reaching out to you on Telegram asking you for cryptocurrency or telling you about my latest venture, it's a fake account. Yeah, my picture's been cloned and all sorts of things. Okay, so be careful of that. I will never, ever, ever ask you for any money, whether it's crypto, whether it's sterling. I'll never ask you to put money in my account. I won't do it, ever do that. Okay. I don't ever be in trouble that I need your help or anything like that. Okay, so it's nice. 31, we're heading towards TP1 at that point before that reversal. You've got your stop loss to protect you if it decides to come down. Don't be afraid. Calmly trade. You know what you're doing now. Those of you that have been on for a few months, you know what you're doing. You know this. You've got this. You can have a bad day. That's fine. We're allowed. Everybody has a bad day. But if you show up every single day to trade, prepared, knowing what you want, yeah, nothing can defeat you. I was in some buys when we closed the market yesterday or when we closed the session. Yeah, every single one of them closed out in a profit. Just kept my head cool, stayed patient. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 positive trades. 1 loss above that, so that's some going, right? You can do it. You can do that too. I have nothing. I've got a little bit more experience than some of you. I've probably got less than some of you. Mindset, 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 mindset. Where are you in your head? Yeah, a winning mentality and hard work cannot be defeated. Showing up cannot be defeated. It's been a tough few months for me from the point of view of all the noise and the distractions and the cost of all the refurbs, but we're coming to an end now. So this should be about the last week of anything major going on. Market's reversing, so may have hit your stop loss if you didn't take your profits. It's all part of the process. Yeah, none of that surprises me now. I'm not fazed by any of that. because it's all part and parcel. It's built into the trading plan. Okay? And that's where it should be. Any idiot that's telling you you won't lose any money, you become a millionaire in the next 5 minutes is a liar. The only person that's going to become a millionaire is them. Okay? The market is ranging at best. 25, we take the next trade call. It's still selling according to the market. That's a green candle. We wouldn't get in. It's not the strongest of sells anyway. I wouldn't be getting into that. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you hit the bell icon, it will actually give you a notification if your notifications are turned on as to when we're live, so you won't have to remember. A few of our clients sometimes message them, I can't find you. Well, just do that, okay? That's all you have to do. Or search for YouTube, Cam Johal, you'll see the channel. See my mugshot there. And you'll see all these charts. This kind of screen that you're seeing, that's all you'll see, yeah? There's nothing fancy. We just broadcast it as it is. Unedited, unscripted, raw truth, basically. Yeah, trading. That's all it is. Nothing romantic about trading. So it's a sell. So we're at a green candle. Now we've got a red one. Could have gone into the market. I'm not able to check. I hear that stock markets have dropped around the globe. I heard a small headline when I was moving the cars around this morning. Apart from that, I haven't really been on the news this morning, apart from knowing that America lost and we're kicked out the World Cup. Yeah, there is a God upstairs. The biggest cheater in the world, Trump, got a red card rescinded from one of his players. And they still lost. Marvellous. Okay, justice done. The whole world would have supported, I think it was Holland they played. I certainly supported the opposite team. So, 27 minutes passed. We were in a sell, nothing strong as we were saying. So you've got to decide if you've got the trade cards. So the first thing is it tells you the direction and it tells you the time frame that you're on. And we're just reading it now. The next thing is direction confidence. And that's the most important thing. You've got to write down what that direction confidence is for you that you need to take a trade, okay? Remember, we can take a trade every 5 minutes. So you're not going to miss out if you miss the other one. Think, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out. Not an issue. You don't have to be in every single trade. That's the best way of making money. So 61% for me is low. I like to see 65%. And then I look at the overall score and the machine learning score. And in this case, there were 61, 67, 65. Not the strongest sell. And then the market at the time, I think we had a positive kind of level. Let me just check actually on 1 minute. The 25 past. Yeah, we had a positive candle. So I don't ever go into the opposite direction. So the next one didn't do much. And then this one started rising. So if I was looking to enter and I wasn't looking, didn't decide either way. Yeah, I wasn't in a position to enter in what I was doing at the time. So I would have avoided that entry into that trade. And this is the process. You've got to do it quickly because we're only on the 5 minutes, right? And we're on the 1 minute candle and the 5 minute trade card. You've got to decide quite quickly whether you're going to enter that trade or not, okay? And once that decision is made, do it. Don't then second guess yourself because by then the market can sometimes be gone. Got 1 more minute before we can take the next trade card. And if you're just coming into the market at 8 o'clock or just now, just take a little bit of stock. What is the market doing? Where is it in the range? Here, this part here. Yeah, it's towards the bottom of the range. 41.68, 41.16, okay? 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, $50 it's done. There's the sell coming now, right? But it's also 29 minutes past. So sometimes when it traces, you get a better entry. So if you push the sell button there, you'll already have some profit, about 30 pips, right? So this is what you've got to think of these things. Just sit down and learn the business because it is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There's TP1. The trade cards generally can be, the timing can be slightly out, right? But generally speaking, they're very, very good. I mean, I'm talking 90% win rate, maybe 85. Thank you for joining me, all of you that are here this morning. 8:30, let's go, let's refresh. Trade cards up, selling 60%, still not the strongest. We've got a green candle. You know what the story is, or what my story is then, is I don't enter. Again, it can retrace back and it can be a fabulous sell. So if we look at the hour, see what it's done. So it's been selling, but it's retraced. So it's a red 30 minutes for London, but it's retraced. It's less than half of that candle now. Okay. So let's see where she wants to go. So we're selling. Could have entered that trade if you wanted to. Now it's late, but I'm going to take that. All right, because I think it's going to drop, and all the data's telling me it's going to drop. And if it doesn't matter. Yeah, stop loss is in, TP's in, and we just manage the trade. Got 4 minutes before we take the next trade card. I'm in profit now. So if it drops from there, there you go. Yeah. That's heading towards TP2. We've achieved TP1. Just ease back. See where she goes. It's at TP1 right now. So again, you could have taken your profits, or you could move your stop loss towards break even or better than break even. I don't hurry now to move the stop loss towards break even. I'm not scared of the trade going and reversing and going all the way up to hard stop, because the win rate's so good for me now. But if you hit the other one, it doesn't matter. But that's maturity, that's experience, okay? You won't get that in a minute. And please don't. I'm not trying to, kind of disrespect in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. You can't get there any faster than you can get there, right? It's just experience. So it's 33 minutes past, and I'm at break even, just sitting there. I think it'll push through. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay? So 33 minutes. How you guys doing, Ian, Petra, Raj? How you guys doing? Raj has been trading from hospital. He's been in hospital for about a week. And we see him sometimes. He comes on the lives. Absolutely incredible. And he's been talking to the doctors about trading and what he actually does. Absolutely incredible. And you can literally trade from anywhere. Just need a Wi-Fi and a phone. I suggest you have a laptop of some sort. Need a little bit of more acreage in screens, because we want to see the telegram for the trade cards. You want to see the chart, and you want to see MT4, MT5. I'm doing them on a small screen. It can be done, but it's better on a bigger screen. Yeah. Can't beat a bit more real estate. So market's just reversing. It's 34 minutes past. Just in a slight drawdown. And leave it in. $35 minutes. So every 5 minutes, if you're new here, every 5 minutes you take these cards. It's neutral. So we sit on our hands. Now we can talk a little bit about the market, where it's going, what it's doing. If it's still in that trade, then leave it if it's not concerning you, or take the slight profit or the slight loss wherever you're at and watch it go. So we'll have a little recap of the day. So the day is lovely, Raj. So the day it's definitely decided that they are having an off day today. There's no software for it to turn off. I don't know why it does it. Maybe it's a motion sensor. Maybe I need to move around more. But I appreciate that, Petra. Okay, no problem. So what's going on? I'll just go through that again. So there's the dollar. So usually what gold does is opposite of what the dollar's doing. Okay, you'll see it all the time. So if you see the day been buying, gold's been selling. Okay, the hours been buying, gold's been selling. The 5 minutes, the minutes, obviously that varies, but 90% of the time the dollar is moving in the opposite direction to the price of gold. Okay, so a little bit of buying there. So I really appreciate the feedback, Petra. I can obviously see everything as we're still online, but it's just the goddamn camera. I'll take a look at it, get Mateus to have a look, see if there's something on the settings that we can stop it from turning itself off. I don't know why it does it. It's plugged in and everything. Doesn't lose power. £200 worth of junk. Okay. 38 minutes. We've got a couple of minutes before we take that. Messy buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, 5 minutes. The direction is up, off after it's hit the bottom. So the last trade card was neutral. Going to need bang movement, small but really fast movements at the moment in the market. So lots of small orders being filled, I would say, from London. So we've got Fed minutes. I think that's tomorrow, I believe. Let's see. FOMC 8th, 7th. Yeah, it is tomorrow. existing home sales on the 9th. So they'll be looking for some direction from the market then. But it doesn't matter. We trade price action. We see what's in front of us on the screen. We trade it in the 5 to 10 minute zone. We're probably going to trade no more than 15 minutes. And that's what we trade, okay? You don't need to worry too much about those things, but it's always nice to know. So I've got a buy, 60%, so not the strongest of direction indicators. So again, it's your choice. The candle's green. So your choice whether you want to enter that or not. Always your choice, your account, your money. We have no link to that whatsoever. Okay, I'll bear that in mind, Petra, that you can't actually hear me as well. And I'll recap if it happens. So we have red candles, which I would not enter. That's nice. Sorry. Okay, just a bit of admin stuff. So we had a buy within limits. I said the candles were red. And where are we at? 42. So we took that at 40. So all the candles have been red until this one. We're at 42 minutes. So you need to have a think about that. Whether you're going to enter that could be a great entry or it could continue coming down. Okay. Back whatever you think. So yeah, as I was saying, Petra, I'll bear that in mind and I'll go over anything that I've done. So that was a great entry for a buy if you wanted to take it. So places back. Yeah, I agree with you. Petra saying I think the market's been in consolidation. It does feel like that, doesn't it? And then it's difficult to trade. But we have the moments. The thing is, this is what I've learned now from 5 years of sitting here, is that if you're trading, then be trading, be present, have a look, be there, ready to execute trades. Read, listen to things, listen to podcasts, read a book, keep an eye on the market, do some research, and that's the best way to do it. So that's TP1 on that trade. Yeah, so that's the best way. And then take your TP1s if you're going to scalp like we do, and then eventually that will be a 1, 2, 3% gain on a daily basis. Unfortunately, there's no shortcut. You have to put the hours in. But then, we're putting in 10 hours a day, or we did at some point put 10 hours a day in for our employers, right? Making them rich. So why don't we do it for ourselves? I have no qualms about not missing the gym today or any other day, missing an appointment. I don't tend to make those kind of appointments that I can't avoid if I'm going to be trading, right? And so it's life choices. You've got to make the choice. If this is your thing, and I hope it is, because it'll make you a lot of money once you get the hang of it, right? And if this is your thing, you've got to be committed to it. That's all there can be. And that means dedication. That means you get bored doing it. That means you get excited. That means you get frustrated. Everything happens, right? Because it's money, and money is very emotional for a lot of people. But if the money that you put in your account you see as your investment in your business, investment in yourself, don't make it personal, brilliant. And if you start off with a small account, then what you want to do is get yourself in a position where you don't have to withdraw the money. Because if you've got £200-300 account and you need to withdraw all the time, you're drawing 50s and 100s, well, that doesn't really help you let your account grow. And the other thing is your business doesn't change, right? So that, and I know how difficult that can be because I've been there, right? Start with nothing. I didn't come from money, didn't have anything when I started out. And then even later, sometimes I didn't have any money, right? Been on my backside more times than I care to mention. But, resilience and fortitude and attitude and the belief in yourself, the education, all of those things will get you somewhere. Contacts, your phone book. Yeah. Do you only phone people when you need something? Because they'll stop picking the phone up. I do. I've got probably 4 or 5 people that will only ever call when they need something. So when I see their number appear on my screen, it's just negative. It's just like, oh God, I wonder what he wants or wonder what she wants. And I tend to ignore it. So do you build relationships? Do you say, hi, how you doing? You wish good morning to people. Yeah. So those are the things that matter. To have relationships that you can call on. We went past 45, I think. I'm sorry about that. That was a buy. You would have taken that and made decent profit. Yeah. It's just about TP1. I'm going to order a stopwatch for my desk so that I can see them, so that they miss the 5 minutes. Yeah. Desk. Okay. God, there's loads of them. Kitchen timer. Is that what I need? Oh, so. I want to check that out. Whether it's timer or watch that I need, so I can sit right in front of me here. So all the way down. Look at that. That's why if you're in a trade, stop loss is important. If you're in a buy or in a sell, doesn't matter. Let's see where she's going, what the hour's doing. Yeah, coming back again now, isn't it? Yeah, 48 minutes. Got 12 minutes of this hour to go. Probably definitely end up in a red hour. The consolidation is a great word from Petra. Listen, Petra, the thing is this, honesty is number one. So I said something to you guys today, and I wish you could see it. We're on version 11 of the Brand Bible, it's called. Language we don't use, things that we don't say. And even when I'm working with AI and it does something, last week, we had something and it said, developed by Cam Johar. I said, it wasn't developed by me. I didn't develop it. Right? We can't claim things that we don't do. So, of course, right? So I'm just going to put that up. Thank you, Petra. Really appreciate it. See, the problem is that when people lie and pretend that they don't lose any money, that then is not in alignment with all their clients who are trading with them. So the client thinks I'm doing something wrong. And these guys don't have the confidence to say, hey, listen, I effed up, I lost, I did this, I did that, whatever it is. The other thing is that if I pretend that it's all hunky-dory, my brain does not then adjust and say, Cam, you muck that up. Because we have muscle memory, we have brain memory, we're intelligent creatures. So then I won't do anything about it. I will never change. I adjust my lot size to where I'm happy, to where I can put in a trade, set a stop loss, set a TP, and go to bed. All right? It's wonderful waking up to some profit. The lot size is really low. Okay, I don't make that much money. But make money is what I do. Yesterday morning, I believe I woke up some wins. I can't remember, right? But this morning, I definitely did. Woke up 5 o'clock, got myself out of bed. It was time to get out. So just did my bits and bobs. I look, trade's closed. Great, thank you very much. Right? And we have to be honest with each other. We're building a community. You can't build that on sand and lies. Wasn't always like that. When I was younger, I didn't have the confidence and thought, people might think less of me. But yeah, we do it. Don't worry. Humongous losses, 6-figure losses. But the price of entry, right? So 51 minutes past. So I'm a little bit late. Hope you took that. That was a sell a minute ago. But the minute candle is green. So the last one was red, right? And you could have taken TP1 on that. Just about. So it's coming back. So we had these minutes, 4 minutes of selling, and then a little bit of buy and retracement. See the market, if you look at the days, so it was sitting around, went below 4,000 for a number of days. Yeah, it was below 4,000. So every day that you see below here, where that cross is below 4,000, right? So it's tried on a number of occasions. And again, I'll try and share a screenshot with you. I'll put it in the Telegram group that talks about the plateaus. I'll put it in when we're done. I'll try. It talks about the different stages of the market where it could come down to and what's happened. So it's at the third phase now. It's 4,200. And then below this is like 3,500, 3,400. And when you hear me talk about, if the market hits around 3,500, then I'm going to buy some physical gold. That's what they're talking about. And it was really strange to read it. And it says institutional wealth comes into the market, 3,400, 3,500. I hadn't read that when I thought that. I remember seeing the figures. And I thought if it comes back down to that market, so that's about £3,000 an ounce. The last bit of gold I bought was about £1,100 an ounce, something like that. I'll buy some more. Okay. So 53 minutes. The last trade card was a sell. I haven't used that word consolidation for a long time, Petra. Thank you for reminding me. Lazy old so-and-so, aren't I? So, let's see what the last 5 minutes brings for this hour. A bit of retracement going on right now. But I think the hour's still selling. As you can see, I have the free version of TradingView. You can too. Don't need to pay for it. Have the free. Those adverts are a bit annoying. You don't get all the indicators, but we don't need any indicators. We just need to be able to see what the market's doing in the different time frames. And we get the trade cards. Nice little drop there. So we'll take that and I'll talk to you about laughing at losses. It's not funny, but it is. Selling. Candles red. Okay. So last 5 minutes. Already in a sell from the previous trade about 3 trades ago. So just left in. Profit. It's dropping. TP1. There you go. So you could have had that, taken that, or let it move your stop loss, whatever you want. So change of hour, that can sometimes change things, but doesn't have to. If your stop loss is in and your TP is in, so TP5 is all the way down at 14.16, which is the low of the day. So all the data is telling us that the market's coming down from that point of view at this moment in time for the next 5 minutes. Of course, it can soon flip on its head. So if you're in that trade, you're in it. If you want to take it, you can see the figures for yourself. That's the 5 minutes. That's the 1 minute. So it's reversed back, it's hit that. Let's see where it's at. So it's gone to here. Yeah. So that's become support. So it's bounced off that. Okay, will it come back up from it? Let's see. So Petra, the idea of laughing at losses is not that I find it funny that we lose money, but if it's part of the business plan, then you know it's true, right? And if you think you're going to win every single trade, you're lying to yourself, and then you're lying to your brain, and then it causes a lot of distress. So if it's part of the business plan, that there are going to be times when you lose some money, but as long as that's controlled and part of the process, then you can laugh at yourself. What an idiot! Why did I do this? Right? The other day, I went downstairs. Mrs. J's sometimes she sits in the conservatory, which is the furthest point on the builders. It's over there somewhere downstairs. And I went the other day. I said, "How you doing?" She said, "I got something else. What happened?" I'm going to drop that. Really? Yeah, I forgot to put my stop loss in. And it's always the way, isn't it? And I said, "You'll be fine." And that was that. So I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. And so yesterday afternoon, came upstairs, said, "How are you doing? You out?" Because I had roughly where she was and what she would be doing. Are you out? Yep, fine. No, 3% done, dusted, right? So experience and knowledge. Experience and knowledge diminish your anxiety around anything. And that's what you've got to do. Yeah. Put in the hours, put in the experience. I'm going to talk to you about the Beatles and what they did and why they became one of the most successful music bands in the world. So that trade that I took earlier as a sell is now in a nice profit. I'm going to leave it. It's not big enough yet, the profit, to move my stop loss to break even. I would still lose a little bit of money if it went up a lot. But as we said, that's part of the game, right? That's part of the plan. You can't run off every time you got a bit of a profit and take it. You can't start crying every time you got a bit of a loss. Right. It should all be part of the plan. But if you're here every day, you'll realize that losing money or losing a trade can happen, and it should happen. It'll teach you a lot more than a winning trade will. Okay. So 59, we're ending the first hour of trading. So we've had some TP1s. We shouldn't have hit any stop losses. Not that I know of. Market's coming down. We were in a sell. So it's coming back. That's TP1 again. Okay. 9 o'clock, we'll take the next one. And before the day's out, I'll promise I'll order a digital clock and it'll sit just there, and then I'll be able to not miss any signals. Here we go. Let's see what these guys are saying. Beautiful, lovely, love good service. I'm ordering a new car at the moment. God, it's daunting. Trying to get it right. I had a nice test drive over the weekend. Very, very nice of them. Blended to me for the weekend. Just one or two little things up to iron out. So 9 o'clock. Let's see what the next. So sell, but we are in a green candle, so we don't always enter those. Look at the entry point, 74%. So it's a strong trade card reading or the data. So if you're going to enter, now might not be a bad time. Or not. So be careful when it's doing this. Take a map, may reverse back a little bit. But hey, no guts, no glory, right? Just set everything. Just watch it now, that's all we have to do. Going back. 25 was the entry point, it's 27, it's 20 pips. I'm going to move it to my hard stop. Give it a bit more room to breathe. Still going up. It's unfortunate. So the hour has started buying. So yeah, stop loss is moved. A bit more wiggle room. You don't have to follow me, by the way. You've got to trade the way you trade, okay? Okay. Let's see where we're at. TP1's at 25. Market's shot back up again to 27. Oof, that's awful. That'd be your stop loss. Not your trade stop. Yeah? Trade stop's a little bit higher. See where we go. She comes back. Just message my car dealership back. That's done. So here she comes back. And this is the problem when the stop loss is too tight, the trade can't breathe. And this is what I mean by breathing. Okay. And then you hit the stop loss, and what does it do? Come straight back, and you would have been in profit. How many times does that happen? And of course, you don't want to go too far the other way. It's a fine balance. You don't want to go too far the other way and lose too much money and still get stopped out. It could have carried on, right? So this is where the day, the trade cards, and everything else will give you the confidence. Being here in this community will give you the confidence. Because when you're sat on your own and you're losing money and and it appears that everybody else is, because those idiots on Insta's forever posting, we gain this, we gain this, we gain this, right? It's disheartening. When I'm telling you I'm in a drawdown, you are too. Think, shh. Doesn't mean safety in numbers, but it just means that we're human. Okay, and we're real. See, that came to my entry point, it's gone back again, right? I didn't have time to say, okay, I'll knock that out. The other thing I learned is that if your drawdown bothers you, your lot size is too big for your account. So we're at 6 minutes. We should have taken a 905 trade card. It's neutral anyway, so nothing going. And neutral means, by the way, that the system, the figures and the data agrees with you that the market's consolidating, that it's not really doing anything. We've had a few of those this morning, and it means that market's really directionless, and it's hard to make money because we like volatility. So we'll see what the last hour ended as. So that was, sorry, I'll expand it out. You can see that. So this was the previous hours of sell. This one's almost engulfed that. It had actually, when it got to the top there. So solid on the bottom there. So going nowhere really. Your analysis of consolidation is absolutely perfect. So for the last 3 hours, and we're only 7 minutes into this one, there's a lot of action to go, but it could just range within here, which means nothing will happen. Is absolutely right. And sometimes it takes New York to come in and really, set the tone for it. But of course, early hours of London, we're washing out of China and the Asian session. Frankfurt is a much smaller market than ours, I believe. So there's not as much liquidity as there is when the New York session happens, okay? And that is something that we wait for. We'll obviously be here for the New York session at 1 o'clock. So I'll join you. We've got about another 50 minutes to go this morning, and I'll join you back here at 1 o'clock for the New York session. And sometimes there's more fireworks there. Let's see what the Americans are doing. Yeah. Nursing a nice loss in football after their president intervened. Not in a positive way, in my view, but we all have our own opinions. We had a gentleman on from Hawaii yesterday, an American. So I wonder what he made of it. So if he comes back on, we'll ask him today, okay? So market doing nothing. I'm in a slight drawdown on my trades. Got 2 sells, and we wait. It's 9:09, 1 minute till the next candle comes. So I think I need a clock, a nice digital clock right in front of me rather than a stopwatch or a timer. So I'll order one of those when we finish the session. So market going up. We had a neutral trade card. $9.09, 1 more minute. And let's see where we're at. 10 minutes past. Let's see if we've got some direction. A buy. 67%, pretty strong. It's going up nicely. Might be a nice trade. Let's see where she goes. Remember, take the trade. As I said, right, if you could just send me that as a message, I'd really appreciate it. You have to use it in a post that I'm planning. I'm here. I'm here. Thank you. Just saw that. 9:15. Let's see where we're at. Are we still buying? Could I TP3? Maybe higher on that. Still buying. 79% confident. So if you're in the trade, stay there. Okay, stay there. Move your stop loss. or take the profit if you want. Beautiful, beautiful trade of the morning. And as we were saying, you just never know when it's going to come. Let's just grab some water. If you took that, I'm so pleased for you guys. That was lovely. It did have the effect of stopping me out, but that doesn't matter. It's not about me, it's about you. All right, making some money. So it's easing back now, which is expected, you know, after that little jump in a consolidating market. Problem is, Raj, I can't see myself, so I don't know. The camera's up here, so I don't always know. So I'm looking at the charts, I'm looking at your comments, and behind that is me, but I can't see that. So I'm too busy working with you guys, helping you. So thank you for the reminders. Just let me know, because I do look at the comments and I see those flashing up. Nice, nice, beautiful, beautiful. 37. So it's back. It's been back to TP1 on the new trade card, and the old trade card is TP3, TP4. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We're at 9:16. Yeah, got about 45 minutes on this session with me. Lots and lots of you are staying a lot longer. You're trading. That means if you're not trading with us, scan that QR code. You'll get these trade cards. 100% machine learning, no human intervention. 32 million data points they take before they give you a direction indicator. Not signals at all. Okay? We're not in that business. But we are in the business of making money. So see how the boys are getting on when I finish. My house is looking really good. Coming on now, 3 months of refurb, all beginning to come together. So it could be some retracement, see what the market's going to do. And as we said, that hour's just totally engulfed everything. 1, 2, 3 hours of selling engulfed in those. Well, this hour alone, really. It's done it. 36 is sitting there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trading. Great conditions. Hope you're following, hope you're making money. Okay, market's coming back down. Expected to, it would do. Consolidation means ranging. Ranging means up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, 18 minutes past, we wait now. Wait. So you should have been in your trades from the previous trade card. Should have booked your profits or been in those, and you could certainly be, your stop loss could certainly be TP2 or over, or simply just take the money, wait for the next one, right? Be a nice sell. Could have had a few points now, but that wasn't what the trade card did, so don't do that. Okay, you give all the money back. 1 more minute. Let's see what the market is doing. May not be saying anything. Gold falls after Iran's attacks near Hormuz. Wow, 12 minutes ago. Let's see. 2-week high. Traders see 56% rate hike. Gold prices eased on Tuesday as US dollar and Treasury yields rose, with investors awaiting minutes of the US Fed June meeting. That's tomorrow. And gold spot fell 41.26. Yeah. So spot is what we trade, and futures is for August delivery eased 41.38. Right. Let's go and get rid of that. It's 20 past. So it's time to take the next buy. Okay, be careful. Got selling candles. I don't enter those. So first, I would wait for the candle to go green before I consider it, then see where it's in terms of range, where the trade card said it was. So remember, the trade card is data. It's not wrong, it's where the data's pointing. The market doesn't always do what the data says. Okay, that's the disconnection. So now you could take that, yeah, and it'd be just TP1 or not. Okay. Always put your stop loss in. It's the second thing you do after. As soon as you put your press your trading, don't look at it after that. Put your stop loss in. Okay. I want to hear this stuff like Raj, 2%, 1%, 0.5%. Doesn't matter what you're looking to make. Do something for you guys. I'm going to go to the chat and just stick. That's your compound calculator. Yeah. Now, take a look at that, play around with it. And tomorrow, I've got some homework for you. Tell me where you're starting, tell me where you're finishing, and we will we'll go through your figures with you, what percentage gains you want, what you want the market to do, how it's going to serve you. Yeah? How is it going to serve you? 780 subscribers to the channel. Absolutely incredible. Can't believe it. There's the buy. So it said buy. We were just premature. Yeah. See the market rising. So let's see where we go. Yeah. Just retracing, okay? So it could be retracing to rise up, or it could be correcting back down again. You never know. That's what your stop loss is. That's what your TPs are for. That's where we take the profit. Check it out. That's what it's called, scalping. Okay. Difficult market to trade. Great luck trade. Got a couple of good ones. But TP1s will get you to your 1%, 2%, 3% for the day. And it's unheard of, by the way. 2 to 3% is what your pension fund is probably doing on a monthly basis if it's making a profit. There's the buy, like I said, sometimes a little bit early. Yeah, that's past TP1. It takes its time sometimes. That's TP2. Okay, take the profits. Be aware that the next trade card's coming. To either take the profit and decide, I want to, be ready for the next one. So if you copy that link, that's a compound calculator. I'll teach you how to use it tomorrow, if you don't know. Raj knows, and a few of the other people that have been here earlier, they know very well how to use it. My wife uses it all the time. She maps out the next month's trading, uses it where it should be. She has satellite navigation. Okay. 25 minutes past. Where are we going? I think it should be a buy. Yeah, buy, 78% confidence score. So you should be in profit from the last one. You can either leave it, and if you didn't get in, now maybe the time. Totally your decision, remember. So market shrugged off that low at 640, rising nicely now. So 9:26, we've got about 35 minutes together. So I hope you've been profitable this morning. I just need to do some. A second. So we're in consolidation phase, as you guys can see. Good, Raj. I hope you're home soon. He's been in the hospital for a few weeks. Great spirits. Guy still trades. Absolutely fantastic. So that's the compound calculator. I've put that in the chat. If you copy and paste that, what you can do is work out your growth plan. You can work out your business plan in terms of where you want your account to be. It's a fantastic tool. I'll go through it with you tomorrow. Okay? I just haven't got the link here on my desktop, and I'll download that, transfer it across. I'll pop that in the chat for you so you can use that, and then come back to me with some questions tomorrow, and I will go through all of those with you. I love that. It's the best thing that one of the best tools that you can use for your trading, and really will help you and inspire you to do more. I want you guys to have trading as a career, as a business. Okay, I want you to do whatever else you're doing. If it's property and stuff, brilliant. Carry on doing it. Property's not a full-time business unless you've got a lot of them. Yeah, I've been in property game for 20, 25 years. Got 2 or 3 properties, they don't take anything. And if they're being managed, all of my stuff now gets managed, and Mrs. J does all of that for me, right? She handles the contractors, she handles we have a management agent anyway. But yeah, we don't touch any of those now. I visited a property about 3 months ago for the first time in about 10 years, I think. It was only because the letting agents were messing around and giving her BS, which I saw through. I'll reply in a minute. Markets are rising. That's DP1, my last trade card. Let's take the next one. Buying even stronger. Even stronger. Absolutely beautiful. He says. It dropped. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Only because of the stupidity of what goes on. Just because I say something and it's doing something else, whilst I'm not looking at the screen. So, yeah, not the cleverness. It will come back, but from where we don't know. So, we've had a good couple of really good trades in a consolidating market. So it may come down here now and retrace back up, may come through and go back. Maybe it's had enough of the buying and the bears think it's gone up too far, come down, maybe some profit taking. Don't always know the reasons why it does it minute by minute. But we know this news here, it's either happened or it's happening. Okay, sometimes it takes a while to react. Tomorrow we've got the Fed minutes of their meeting, which will give us an indication of interest rates. So there'll be movement in the market, or the market will be looking for direction tomorrow. So how are you doing with your profits? And is it a full-time business for you? Don't be messing around, right? Don't use words like I dabble. Either do it or don't do it. Got a horrible bee in my office. Come on, look, there's a window there. Get out. So market's retracing, 932. The trade card said buy, the market said no, not interested. The data is pointing at one thing, the market is doing the opposite. Right, I'm really interested to get out of here and see what the contractors have done, because they're completing things now, which is really exciting. Finally, after 3 months, we're seeing some results of this huge project. So market coming down, 33 minutes, got 2 minutes. That wasn't the best in terms of if we entered, but I'll just retrace back, because I'll hold you guys. 930, sell. Signal was, or the trade card was, buy. So until now, first green. So we shouldn't have been buying, okay? So bear that in mind. Now it could be a great entry. Yeah? It won't register on here in terms of TPs and things, but you look for that yourself. So retraces back, use a hard stop. If you're going to enter, but it's 34 minutes, got 1 more minute, and then we can look at the data again. Got more access to more data. Oh, please get out of this. Ooh. It's actually one of those bees. So we're going to go 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 1 more minute. So that link is to the compound calculator, which you can use. It's free, takes a little bit of instruction. Tomorrow I'll go through it with you. If you've got any questions on how to use it, and if you've got any figures that you want to share with me and say, oh, I'm looking to do this, then we'll go through those. 35 minutes, ready to refresh. Still saying buying 68%. Yeah. Obviously, the entry points are lower, so there's a better opportunity to make money. Try to take those. So the last two candles have done virtually nothing in terms of movement. So the market is slowing, if anything. Watch for that, because when it's not moving, then you could be stuck in that trade for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, gold will always move, but you don't know which way it's going to move. Yeah. Now you wouldn't be entering. We don't enter on red candles for a buy, and we don't enter on green candles for a sell. It's all about educating yourself. What is the market doing? Can I get in? Is this my opportunity? If you're new, and we've got lots of new people, so if you're a veteran of us, then sorry that you keep hearing it. Scan that QR code, and you'll get a simplified version of the trade cards, not the full version. You have to join our broker and fund your account to be there. It's the only way. And if you've opened your account, you've not funded it, please do, because the system will throw you out and it will stop you from having the trade cards, the bull trade cards, okay? I have no input on that. I've had a couple of messages this morning, which I'll deal with. So you need to fund your account and use it and trade it, okay? We're a commercial organization. This part's all free, but that's the only part that actually pays is when you trade. The brokers will give us some of the charges that they make, the spread fees, the transaction fees. We've got a small percentage of that, okay? It's the only thing we survive on. All of us, the whole system is built on that, okay? So we need to be adults about it. Market's coming back, 37 minutes. As I said, the data's pointing to a buy. Market's doing something else. So stay out of it and never enter a buy on a red candle or a sell on a green candle. Unwritten laws. But they will save your account, believe me, more times than I care to mention, okay? Every 5 minutes, you can pull the trade card down. Every 5 minutes, there's an opportunity to reassess the market and look to see if you're getting in. You don't need to get into every single one. I will not encourage you to overtrade because that's one of the things that will kill your account. Okay? Fascinating what goes on. This is the world's economy right in front of you, moving around. Gold moves when certain things happen. Dollar moves when certain things happen. You're participating. We're participating in the world's economy as it moves around. How amazing is that? Yeah, absolutely incredible to be a part of it. And it doesn't matter if you're not trading every minute of every day. Your capital is only at risk when you're in the market. Whilst it's at the brokers, no problem at all. Sat there, safe as houses, as they say. Market's not really doing anything. Educate yourself, look at what the news is doing. Go on the compound calculator, set your alarm for every 5 minutes, 8:40, let's see if we get anything. But if the market's not moving, there's very little the trade cards can do. So buy, the market's not buying. So let's see, if you want to get into that. all the indicators are right. Okay. So remember, enter, stop loss, TP, manage trade. Okay. Move stop loss to TP. So move stop loss to your break even or better when you can, without strangling the trade. Don't be scared. Okay. Once you've put your stop loss and you take profit in, you've already controlled what's going to happen to that trade. You already know what you can lose. You already know what you can make. Okay. Nothing to fear. If you use those 3 steps, enter, stop loss, TP, you can't lose your account. Nothing to fear. Absolutely nothing to fear. You're safe. Yeah, that's TP1. And that's where my education is. 5 years of trading, fucking 30 odd years of being in business. Right? The principles don't change. I'm not some kid that learned this off a textbook, okay? I did pay for some training. It was absolutely useless. Waste of money. Yeah? Those people couldn't trade to save their lives. That's why they pay. That's why they charge for courses. Right? If the system that we have isn't any good, you won't trade with us. So we only make money when you make money, when you're learning something, when we're giving some value. I decided very on I wasn't going to charge. I wasn't going to sell courses. Wasn't going to run training that was paid for. I'm going to train every day. We train this muscle every single day. Every morning, I trade with you. Every afternoon, I trade with you. So come along, bring your friends, tell your mates, right? Subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so you get notifications of when we're live. So whether you turn up or not, doesn't bother me. I don't care. I do it myself. There's been times when nobody's been on. A couple of weeks ago, there was like an afternoon about 20 minutes. None of you were on. Like, this is interesting. I'm seeing a big fat lord in the corner. Nobody's watching. So I thought, okay, I don't care. I'm still trading. That's the key, right? So the market is the market. We've got about 17, 18 minutes to together. We're trading. Coming down. There you go. I see that, by the way, just slightly before you do. Not because I got anything special, because I just see it, see the market. Yeah. My MT5 or MT4 is always open. That moves a little bit quicker, fractionally quicker than the charts do. So that's why I'm always staring at that MT5. And you'll see the same. So it's dropping back. I think it'll retrace back all the way, to be honest with you. It could go even further than that. So I'll have a guide for you guys finished probably by the end of the week, which I'll convert to a PDF and you guys can have, which is basically, I will go through what I've done so far. Where is she? Projects. So it's a 5-step trade routine. And it just goes through, takes you through, right? Hit the trade card, hit the trade, set your stop, let it breathe, set your blah, blah, blah. Just some my thoughts. So I put that together. You guys can have that. And I'll put it in, I'll put some links to it probably early next week. Remind me if I forget. And then you can have that as a reference guide. I'll convert it to a PDF so you can download it, print it, and keep it. And I'll do it as a one sheet as well for you, as a printable version. So market's dropping. It's 45 minutes. Getting excited about the things I produce. Still saying buying, but only 54%. Yeah, so I wouldn't be taking any of that. Market's coming down. The figures are suggesting something, but it's 50-50 really. Another couple of percent lower than that, and it would be neutral. So be careful on that. Okay. There will be an opportunity to buy, but it just depends how far it traces back, and it could enter in be a selling market at the next 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, still coming down. So could suddenly turn now, whereas it was bullish. So it's given up a lot of that in the last hour. So it could end up even Stevens. Then next hour could be a selling hour. Just because of the pattern. Yeah. Sell, buy, sell, buy. Next one could be just bring it all the way down. That's wicked up right from there. And it's coming down and down and down. I don't make the market. The trade cards don't make the market. The market makes the market, okay? It's our job to interpret it and make money. The trade cards are a great aid. You need to do a sanity check. Doesn't matter who you're following. And if you're following somebody, just follow them. If you follow the trade cards, follow the trade cards. If you hate them, go and find somebody else. The problem is, they'll be selling that shit to you. Yeah? By telling you how good the trades are that they never took. Trade cards are honest. There is nowhere to hide. You see the information just like I do. And the trade cards don't claim that they entered a sale that they never did, that made the profit that they never did. Nothing. Transparency is one of the words, one of the key words, our core values. I've shared them with you at some point when I've got it all done. What are the core values of TWK? Longevity, resilience, yeah, self-reliance, community. Those are the kind of words that really, really are important here with us. This is what we're building. I want to build it with you. A complete ecosystem, a family of traders, all trading for themselves, none of us trading by ourselves. Okay, 48 minutes. We may get a sell card next. So markets retrace all the way down. And let's see if that hour, look at that now. Not sure whether it's got the strength in the next 10 minutes to become a selling hour, but it's certainly indicating what it's doing now. Look at the 5 minutes. Yeah, the day is a selling day. And it's certainly selling on the 1 minute. Right, time to have a bit of breakfast when I finish with you guys, and I'll take my Tesla and charge her up. Battery's almost flat. Only got about 30-40 miles of range left. A free supercharging for life, by the way. I've never paid since I bought the car. Got a beautiful message from Tesla the other day. You're one of the pioneers of this technology. 9 years ago, over 9 years ago, I converted to having an electric car. I haven't paid a penny to run it since. Been brilliant. Free supercharging for life. Market's coming down. 50. Let's see what we get now. This will be really interesting. And it's a sell. There you go. I'm selling already. So we're on the 1 minute. Yeah, last but one trade card for our session together. Just reversing back a little bit. Yeah. Should come back more. The data points to that. As we say that, we get a green candle. Don't worry. Do not let anxiety get the better of you, okay? There you go. Nice little drop. And that is heading towards TP1. About TP1. No, not quite. Not quite, sorry. I was a little bit premature on that. I saw the drop and I thought it's hit that, but it hasn't. That kind of entry point time. My entry points just below, because I entered a few minutes early. Only because I predicted that that's what it would be, that we'd get a trade card that says sell. Don't try it unless you've got a lot of confidence in that, okay? Or you're willing to prepare to lose money. So there you go. Yeah. TP2 or 1 plus, not quite TP2. Let's just retrace back. A bit scared, so here's the point now. Got to get through this to get lower if we want it to. But you can take TP1 or TP2. If you're not going to trade after I've finished, then think about closing your trades out. Okay? Try not to leave them open if you're going to finish trading. If you carry on trading and you get the trade cards, no problem at all. Yeah? So I'm in profit on both my sell trades now. That's TP1 and a bit. It's gone past. That's TP2 coming up now. Strong. It should go through. Great way to end the hour. 53 minutes. You had profit. You had an opportunity to take those if you wanted to. Right? Had an opportunity to take those, whether it's one trade or two. The reason, by the way, I do multiple trades is that I've split my lot size into 3, so I take a maximum of 3 trades. There you go. That is past TP3. Yeah, heading towards TP4. Thank you very much. That's TP3. I'm going to put it on the 5 minutes so you can see it better. Just heading for this, maybe this. Stick with it. Okay? Move your stop loss to protect yourself. Stick with it. I'm in both my trades still. It could whip back. We don't know. But that's what your stop loss is for. Okay? And if you've got 2 trades, close one and let the other one run. Let it go. Yeah, set your stop loss, just better than break even. Take profit on one and let the other one run and make some real money. Okay? So she's pulled back on the 5 minutes. Let's see what the 1 minute's showing. There you go, hit that. Yeah? Could come back and take you out, but you should have made profit. So we'll see if that selling's finished. It's going to come back even stronger. There you go. I'm still in both my trades. $55, we'll take the next card. Should just confirm where we're at. Yeah, sell 72%, think the last one was just a smidgen stronger, but 70% meets my criteria. Nothing to guarantee that it won't snap back, okay? So never ever let loose. Don't put any new trades in if you've got some in already. There she goes, right? So that's TP1 on the new trade card. You should have stayed in from the previous one. Then you'd have a really, really good profit. Obviously, the market come down. The second trade entries are not as good. You won't get as much money. Snaps back. Coming back down again. There she goes. Beautiful way to end the hour. Right? So I'm taking one of those out. Take some profit. So 2 trades in, 1 profitable done in the bag. Hours finishing. I want to finish trading. Got some things to do. Do not want to be trading in between these sessions. I'll be back at 1 o'clock. I want to thank you all for being here. I hope you made some money. And if you haven't, message me. Tell me what's going wrong, what you're doing. Write down your habits. What is it that you're missing out on? And that was a huge, huge opportunity to make money. TP2, TP3. We didn't quite hit TP5, but it doesn't matter. That's the headline grabber. Makes no difference. So for me, it's heading back towards break even, but we took the profit on the first one trade. And if you only had the one trade, you should have taken that profit. Don't live to regret it, okay? Not quite the selling market at 4 or 5 o'clock that I thought it was. But of course we were here. Yeah? This is 4 o'clock, this is 5 o'clock. This is when I wake up and took that trade that made me the money. Could have stayed in it, but you know what? If I wake up, there's profit on the table. If it hasn't closed already, I want to close it manually. So that hour is totally been obliterated. There's very little left. So there could be more to come. Let's retrace back. It's going to come back stronger, I think. So we've got a couple of minutes. Hope you've been professional. You're always professional. I know that. Hope you've been successful. Hope the education helps. Hope I'm delivering value. That's all I want to do, is deliver some value so you become a more confident, more successful trader. That's all it's all about, okay? I've got nothing to sell. I have no courses. There's no webinars I'm going to be inviting you to. No summer camp that's going to drain money out of your pocket and into mine, okay? The pleasure of trading with you is brilliant. I love it. I love the buzz that we get. We've got a community of people trading. And that's really what it's all about. So let's see what happens. Market's coming back down. 10 o'clock, we'll take that trade card. I'll stay with you for a few minutes. See what we get. So that beautiful profit, if you didn't take it, can just snap back up you. So vital that we have our stop losses in the place we want them, not just anywhere, not just where it was, so you lose money if it snaps back. So the whole idea of managing your trade is to move your stop loss, trail your profits, okay? So I had 2 trades in, cashed in on one. I'm some profit at this moment in time in the second one. Yeah. So again, if I close the profit now, the trade now, I had 2 profitable trades, one with a decent profit, one without. So we'll go through that. And as you progress, you will learn to take a second and a third trade. but it's practice, 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 okay? Market's going down. We're at 10 o'clock. Let's see what she's saying. Fascinated. Sell. 59%. Not as confident. Yeah? Not as confident. That doesn't mean the market's not going to slam down, okay? I love a selling market. Do you know it comes down 4 times faster than it goes up? That's a proven fact. That doesn't mean it's going to do it this time, okay? So let's see what that hour ended up as, right? So look, there's nothing there. See that last hour? All of that just engulfed it all. And this is where she ended up. Going back up now. Could go to fill it. We don't know. Okay? So be careful. So that's kind of done nothing now. It's gone back. I still think there's plenty of selling to do in the day. And plenty of buying possibly. But let's see what goes. I will see you all at 1 o'clock. Have a great middle of the day. Whatever you're doing, if you're trading, good luck. If you're not trading, then enjoy. I'm going to end this room now. See you guys at 1 o'clock, same place. Bye bye now. Take care. Look after yourself.